Hello viewers, welcome to the Global News Update on top accolade news. First, the headlines. Hong Kong court rules against same-sex marriage. U.S. Secretary visits Israel. U.S.-China chip war escalates. Details coming up shortly. In politics, Hong Kong court rules against same-sex marriage. Hong Kong Court of Appeal has taken a significant step towards inclusivity and equality by dismissing the government attempt to deny same-sex married couples access to public housing. The court declared such actions as discriminatory, affirming the right of same-sex couples to rent and own public houses. This ruling marks a vital legal breakthrough for LGBTQ rights in Hong Kong, emphasizing the importance of equal treatment for all citizens. The government's challenge to exclude same-sex couples who married abroad from public housing was deemed unconstitutional and unlawful. The Court of Appeal ruling underscores the discriminatory nature of such exclusions and advocates for a more inclusive approach to public policy. Concerning international relations, U.S. Secretary visits Israel. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has touched down in Tel Aviv, marking a crucial step ahead of President Biden's upcoming visit to Israel. The objective of this visit is to delicately balance supporting Israel's military operations while addressing the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. Blinken's recent tour across 7 nations in the Middle East sets the stage for President Biden's visit, emphasizing the United States' commitment to the region. As part of their special and strategic approach, Blinken aims to strike a delicate balance, providing steadfast support for Israel's military endeavors while striving to mitigate the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza and prevent the escalation of the conflict to other fronts. The critical nature of this diplomatic efforts positioning the United States as a mediator in the ongoing conflict. On business matters, United States-China chip war escalates. The United States and China chip war escalate as the Biden administration announces new restrictions on exporting advanced chips to China, impacting companies such as Nvidia, Advanced Micro Devices, and Intel. These measures aim to close existing loopholes identified after export curbs were announced last October, preventing China's military from acquiring advanced semiconductors and related equipment. Nvidia, a key player in the chip industry, faces a significant blow, with the new restrictions blocking sales of high-end artificial intelligence chips intended for the Chinese market. The Semiconductor Industry Association, representing the United States semiconductor industry, criticized these measures as overly broad, potentially harming the United States semiconductor ecosystem. The ongoing tit-for-tat between the United States and China in the semiconductor industry raises concerns about the global supply chain and the rise of resource nationalism as countries strategically control critical materials to assert influence. You are watching the news on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Regarding science, India vows to send astronauts to moon by 2040. India has set ambitious goals for its space program, aiming to send an astronaut to the moon by 2040 and establish a space station by 2035. As announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, this visionary initiative follows India's recent successes, including becoming the first country to land a spacecraft on the moon's south pole and launching a mission to study the sun. India's space agency ISRO is actively working on the Gaganyaan project, which aims to send a human crew into orbit and safely bring them back to Indian waters. This advancement in space exploration emphasized India's growing prowess in the field of science and technology, underlining the nation's determination to make significant strides in space missions. Exploration and potential missions to Venus and Mars showcase the country's dedication to scientific progress. In sports, Messi's performance for Argentina ahead of 2026 World Cup. Lionel Messi's stellar performance helped Argentina maintain their perfect start to the South American qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup. Messi's impressive display featuring 2 goals secured a 2-0 victory over Peru in Lima's Estadio Nacional. With this win, Argentina sits at the top of the South American qualifying table, firmly on track to participate in the expanded 2026 World Cup. Meanwhile, arch rivals Brazil faced a setback, suffering a 2-0 defeat against Uruguay in Montevideo. This loss marked Brazil's first defeat against Uruguay in World Cup qualifying fixtures in 22 years. The match was not only a defeat but also saw veteran forward Neymar being stretchered off just before halftime with a potential knee injury. That concludes our global news update for today. Stay tuned for more international news and development. Thanks for joining us. I am Jonathan Powe. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.